What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back here on Madden 25 here for another offseason rebuild, and today we get to talk about the Chicago Bears, who have had a tremendous offseason so far because, of course, they landed the hottest name out there, Ben Johnson. This team looked like they were going to make the playoffs up until they played the Commanders, and then they just kind of deteriorated from there. So let's just go ahead, jump in, do a Chicago Bears offseason rebuild in Madden 25. Let's get into it. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So we go into this offseason with about $99 million in cap space. Obviously, the main goal is to continue to build around Caleb Williams. And the main thing that Caleb Williams is going to need this offseason is a better offensive line. That will be a huge priority for me in this video because we know he has the weapons with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet. Like, there's weapons here. The offensive line was not great. I don't think it was all the offensive line's fault, but the majority of it definitely was. Caleb Williams, I do think, needs to work on how long he hangs onto the ball. But still, I think, of course, Caleb Williams is a talented player, and he's going to be very good in this league. Of course, if we look at this, there's not a ton of guys on like prioritized resigning. So we're going to be going to this offseason with a lot of cap space, which is really exciting. We can continue to build this O-line. Tevin Jenkins always enters free agency, so I'm wondering if we're not going to get him back. But I would like to keep him. He's an 83 overall interior guard. I do believe there was an interview that like Tevin Jenkins kind of hinted at that he wasn't gonna I don't know, he didn't give like the best commitment to Chicago, I believe, if there was an interview I remember correctly. But I'm gonna resign him anyway because there may not be good options in free agency. I'm also gonna resign Keenan Allen, maybe to like a 1-year deal, just kind of keep him as our third guy. So yeah, let's do that. That one, we don't have to worry about a wide receiver at all this offseason. So that will be our first stage of the or I guess the first part of the resigning stage. Now we go ahead and take a look at the lineup and see what we're working with there. So this is what we're looking like right now on offense. Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, Rashawn Johnson, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet. So the only thing I believe I'll be focusing in on the offense is obviously the interior of the O-line. So Tevin Jenkins was able to be brought back, but I believe this is Braxton Jones, if I'm not. Yeah, so it's Braxton Jones, and then I believe it's Darnell Wright on the other side. So those guys are both fairly young to where I think they'll develop enough. So I'm not even going to worry about tackles. We're mainly going to be focused on, obviously, the center position and the right guard position. Hopefully getting a damn good player. If like Trey Smith is in free agency right now, that would be like my #1 target. But we'll see if he is. Defensively, you have Edmonds. Obviously, there's a lot of talent on this defense as well. Montez Sweat, Jervin Dexter, Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson, Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker, and Kevin Byard. So not a lot of complaints here. So honestly, this team is destined to be really good as soon as next year. So all we need to do now is just basically continue to build on some pieces we truly need. I do think this team is going to be a playoff team as soon as next year if they play their cards right. But let's get in free agency and let's go make some offers. So here are the 5 offers we have made in free agency. Of course, we're going after Ryan Kelly to try to get the best center available in free agency. I don't know if we'll get him. The Bengals are in on him as well. Brandon Sheriff, who only has 1 offer, so we should get him. Probably still going to draft an interior offensive lineman, but, you know, having depth there would be really nice. Also trying to get Chase Young to reunite him with Montez Sweat. Eric Kendricks is just another linebacker starter, and then DJ Jones. So I don't know if we'll get all 5 of these guys or whatever we get. Hopefully we just walk away with a decent amount. So we get Ryan Kelly, Eric Kendricks, and DJ Jones. So that's really exciting. Brandon Sheriff is still not accepting anything. So yeah, get Brandon Sheriff as well. So all we really need now is another edge opposite of Montez Sweat. Marcus Davenport is here and was just on the Lions. So he can, I guess, be the starter opposite of Montez Sweat because we need somebody there. And Davenport with no offers, I think, would be probably the best player to go get. So we do. Now we head to the draft. So a solid start to this offseason. We kind of filled out almost every position we needed, but now we can supplement with the draft as well. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this draft as we'll be picking number 10. After a decent free agency, we obviously want to add more pieces in here through the draft, and we'll probably looking at kind of the best available player. I did say I probably wanted to draft another offensive lineman in this draft, which that will be the goal, but we don't necessarily have to do it here. Let's just kind of see the best player available is on the board for us to take. So we have James Pierce Jr., which I don't mind. There's Malachi Starks. Probably won't go that direction. Kelvin Banks, Walter Nolan doesn't sound too bad either, honestly. But yeah, there's some good offensive lineman options. There's Will Campbell. So do we want to take... Oh, there's a lot of good options here. There's a different amount of ways we could go here. Could take James Pierce Jr. Could take Stark. I'm not going to take Starks, I don't think. But James Pierce Jr. is definitely intriguing. I'm intrigued by Walter Nolan as well. Like the idea of Will Campbell. I really want to, you know, continue to build this O-line. So Kelvin Banks or Will Campbell, I do think would be really good going forward. So I think that's where we're going to go in round 1. Both these guys still being on the board. Welcome to Chicago, Kelvin Banks. We're going to figure out how to utilize him, but number 9 true value, draft number 10. So yeah, I do think it makes sense to continue to build on this O-line That way we have no deficiencies there at all. A lot of different ways we could have gone there, though, but I will go with the O-line, and I'll be picking number 8 in round 2. So hopefully we get another really good player. Maybe one of those guys we're looking at fell to this spot. That'd be nice. We have Ashton Jeanty, which I don't think he would make it to round 2, obviously, but he is here. You do have another offensive lineman. Probably won't go back-to-back offensive linemen. We have JT out of Ohio State, Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M. So a lot of different ways, and we could take another corner, but I probably won't go that direction. There's also running back options too, if we don't really like the idea of, DeAndre Swift going forward. But Shamar Stewart definitely has my attention here, getting another edge opposite of Montez Sweat for the future. We got, obviously we drafted or we signed Marcus Davenport, but Shamar Stewart looks incredibly really good, so we're going to take him in round 2. So number 38 in true value, drafting at 40, so not a bad option by any means. So welcome to Chicago, Shamar Stewart. And then we'll be picking in round 3. And no, we have 2 round 2 picks. I didn't realize that. So Ashton Jeanty goes to the Saints. Jeanty would have been a good pick, but dude, I just don't think he falls in round 2 in real life. That just doesn't make any sense. So you could take Benjamin Morrison, which honestly I am tempted to do so. Or do we take a running back for the future? That's a great question. Maybe we take a running back because, Ben Johnson is here and we do need kind of our DeAndre Swift of the future. Do we want to take Henderson or do we want to take Hampton? That's the question. So speed is good. So let's see what Henderson's speed is looking like because that's probably who we're going to take. Let's get our, I guess you can say, yeah, let's do this. What's Henderson's speed? Is it like elite or is it just good? Like speed is great. You know what? We're going to take Travion Henderson here. So we're going to get the Ohio State back, Travion Henderson. Welcome to Chicago. Number 28 in true value, draft number 42. So we get our speed back for this backfield. And now we can go to the next pick in round 3. But getting 2 round 2 picks was definitely a blessing. I think one of them is from Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, from the trade, obviously. But this will be our last pick here. And then we'll let the assistant GM take care of the rest. Honestly, Kevin Winston still being here is probably going to be the pick for me. I really like that he's still on the board. So welcome to Chicago, Kevin Winston. This is honestly a steal at this point in the draft. So welcome to Chicago. Like I said, hidden dev, strong safety. So yeah, honestly, a really, really solid offseason. No complaints from me. Let's get into the lineup for year 1. So looking at this lineup for year number 1, this is what it's going to look like. So we have Caleb Williams. Kelvin Banks is actually going to start right away. Honestly, we should probably move him inside, or we could even move one of these guys inside. So do we want to... That's a good question. We could definitely do a number of different things there. We get Travion Harrison, of course, as well to add on the offense. But probably going to move Kelvin Banks because I do want Braxton Jones still to start. But probably move Kelvin Banks or Braxton Jones inside if I'm not going to lie to you. So we'll figure out which one we decide to do. Defensively, we have Kevin Byard, TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds. They took us another good linebacker, which is nice. Shamar Stewart is going to start right away over Davenport, which that's totally fine if that's what they feel is best right now. So we can rock with that. But Davenport will play some backup minutes or backup snaps as well. Kevin Winston, nice little backup, strong safety. So defensive scheme, we're an 86%. Offensively, we're an 83% fit. So no complaints from me. You know what? I might just leave Kelvin Banks there. And then Washington kind of did a thing this year where they obviously, gosh, I can't think of the word. They cycled through their tackles. They really switched. They switched them. They would switch snaps basically or switch drives. So I guess you could maybe do that as well with Kelvin Banks. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and simulate year number 1. Honestly, would not be shocked if this team made the playoffs. I do think this team is talented enough, but we'll see what Madden 25 thinks about the Bears right now with how we've constructed it this offseason. All right, well, honestly, I can tell you right now, I was not expecting a 3-14 season. That's pretty brutal. Wow. A little shocked by that, a little flabbergasted by that. I thought this team was going to be in the playoffs this year. We go 3-14 instead. That's pretty bizarre. Not something I was expecting. We're the worst team in the NFC by far. Literally the second best team or the second worst team was at 6 wins. That's pretty wild. I'm assuming we were probably the worst team in the league. I mean, AFC might have something to say about that potentially, but damn, that feels dirty. I guess, yeah, we were the worst team in the freaking league. We literally can't even see our freaking team. We're gonna have the number 1 overall pick, so I guess we can add Zachariah Branch to this equation with Keenan Allen going, so we can add another weapon to Caleb Williams. But man, what happened? I have to see what happened. I'm a little flabbergasted by that record. 3-14 is pretty brutal. So yeah, that's weird. I don't know how this team goes 3-14. There's a ton of talent on the team. I mean, we were using Detroit's playbook as well. Maybe it just doesn't fit with what we're doing, but I just figured, Ben Johnson. Let's use Detroit's playbook because Ben Johnson's going to be the offensive, play caller or whatever. But offensively, we're 20th in the NFL, so that doesn't seem like that was the issue. And defensively, we should 32nd. We were horrible on defense. Wow, 30 and 21 from Caleb Williams, 11 touchdowns, 800 yards from DeAndre Swift. DJ Moore with 1,100 yards, almost 1,000 Keenan Allen, 800 from Odunze with 9 touchdowns. Sacks-wise, you had 4 from DJ Jones, 3 from Tremaine Edmonds, 3 from Jervin Dexter, 3 from Sweat, and then you had 5 interceptions from TJ Edwards, 3 from Tremaine Edmonds, and 3 from Kyler Gordon, 1 from Brisker, 1 from Johnson, and 1 from Kevin Byard. So just a brutal season, man. Not something I was expecting to see. Really disappointed, to say the least. Chiefs and Niners were in the Super Bowl, but we got $90 million in cap space. We can still build on whatever we just did, but we're going to have the #1 overall pick. This time we probably won't trade it, although the Bears, we could do that again and get a massive haul if we wanted to. I'm going to accept Darnell Wright's 5th-year option. We're going to bring back Kyler Gordon as well if possible and to keep the cornerback room together, but we'll see if he decides to sign with us. He says free agency will be better for him, so maybe we don't. Brisker actually has interest in coming back here, so I have a feeling he will resign, although we don't need to because we have Winston, but I still will. Braxton Jones, do want to keep him still, even though we drafted Kelvin Banks, but Braxton Jones is still good depth to have regardless. So Kyler Gordon, TJ Edwards. TJ Edwards is another guy I definitely want back, so let's bring him back, and he'll be a continued starter for us. And then Kevin Byard, probably going to let him go. Keenan Allen, I'm going to let go. Elijah Hicks, I'm going to let the rest of these guys just walk because we're more than likely going to have to, or we're going to be drafting their replacements or signing their replacements. So Kyler Gordon was someone I wanted back, obviously, but he said no. So we'll see what we can do with free agency, but man, am I disappointed by the record we just had. Let's get to work again. So here are the 4 offers we've made in free agency, all on the defensive side of the football. Kyler Gordon will obviously be brought back. Nakobe Dean, Chuck Clark, and Christian Harris. So we'll see if we can get these guys to sign back or sign. And then Kyler Gordon is actually thinking about other options with the Las Vegas Raiders. So we may not get Kyler Gordon back. So let's see if we can maybe make that happen this time. Let's see. And they say no. So we lose out on a corner as well. So D tackle and corner becomes a priority. If Kendall Fuller's still here, which I don't think he is. Yeah, he's not. So Rashawn Douglas could be our cornerback too. You have, Martin Emerson would have been okay, I guess. Shaquille Griffin. But yeah, cornerback 2 definitely becomes our priority now for sure. I know there's some good corners in this draft, but I think I'm going to be taking Zachariah Branch with the #1 overall pick. He's a freaking stud in this draft class. So we got 3 guys, though, to add to this defense. I think we'll be moving Kevin Winston to free safety. And then we do need a D tackle still, a wide receiver, and a corner. So those are kind of our main needs right now. And yeah, because offensively, I feel good. Obviously, we're going to be taking another wide receiver. Defensively, we need, we can move, obviously, Winston, like I said, to free safety. So D tackle and corner and wide receiver are kind of our main needs at this point. So moving Winston to free safety will kind of obviously solve our lack thereof there with Kevin Byard walking in free agency because we let him. And now we need another corner opposite of Jalen Johnson. So going to try to get a D tackle and a corner somehow. And, we could draft it. But honestly, I would love nothing more than to just simply potentially just trade for both in one trade. It would be wild to try to pull it off. It doesn't usually happen. But I'm going to try. And I'm going to see if I can make it happen. So I actually did have a trade for D tackle and a corner, but it would have put the team over the cap, so we couldn't pull it off. Instead, we're just going to try to trade our round 2 for J.C. Horn and see what the Panthers say to this, and they accept. So we get J.C. Horn, our brand new corner opposite of Jalen Johnson, and now we can jump into the draft. So we got to get a D tackle. We have to get, obviously, Zachariah Branch for the #1 overall pick. That's what we're going to do regardless. Give Caleb Williams another weapon to throw to. So we have a Dunze, DJ Moore, and Zachariah Branch. It's going to be a very scary offense. And if we're really bad again, it would just be kind of very questionable, I'll say. But #1 overall, at least so we're the #1 overall pick, and we will obviously, like I said, be taking Zachariah Branch here. So yeah, welcome to Chicago. Not even going to think twice about it. We know how good this man is in this draft class. #2 in true value, drafted #1. So welcome to Chicago. Very happy to have you. Replacing kind of Keenan Allen, I guess, in a way. And I'll be picking in round 3 to hopefully get a D tackle somehow if there is one there. And that's where we'll, it's an early round 3 pick, so we should still have maybe someone on the board for us to take. So let's see. I'm seeing none of them right now. And we have free safeties. We have safeties on the board for days, but don't have a D tackle to see for days at all, which is really disappointing. So D tackle, do we have anybody here worth taking? So we have Jonathan Swan. We have Trey Rainey, which I'm pretty sure I've had success with Trey Rainey in the past. So I do think I'm going to take Trey Rainey here. Speed is good. and we're going to welcome to Chicago. I'm pretty sure the last time I drafted him, he ended up being like, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person. I don't know, but maybe that was a little bit of a reach, but he's going to start immediately because we have no one there anyway, so we'll rock with it. But I'm pretty sure I drafted Trey Rainey before, and he turned into like a superstar immediately, which was pretty wild. Maybe he does that for us again, but maybe that was just a one-time thing. Regardless, let's go take a look at the lineup for year number 2. So looking at the lineup for year number 2, I would obviously be quite flabbergasted if we found a way to suck again this season. They got us another offensive lineman in Mr. York. Zachariah Branch, of course, is going to play right away. Swift and Henderson. Cole Kmet. We have Darnell Wright, Braxton Jones, Ryan Kelly, Tevin Jenkins, and then Kelvin Banks. Defensively, we have Kevin Winston, Christian Harris, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Scott, Nakobe Dean. You still have Sewell as well, and then Johnson's still down here too. Dexter, and then Trey Rainey actually isn't even starting right away, so we have a massive gaping hole at our D tackle spot, which is definitely really unfortunate. Maybe at the trade deadline, we can maybe trade for a D tackle to replace that. So probably that's what I'll do. And a Zachariah Branch in the slot right now, it's actually going to be Roma Dunze, which is fine because obviously we can move Zachariah Branch to the wide receiver too, which he should get all the snaps there. All right. 87 overall, Caleb Williams. We were really bad last year. I can't imagine that happens again, but we'll send him to the midseason point. If we're good, we'll probably trade for a D tackle. If we're bad, which I don't really want to imagine, then maybe I won't do anything again. Right now, we are somewhat mid at 3-3, but I want to be aggressive here, and I want to make the playoffs this season. We're 3-3 right now, like I said, so this is very risky to do, but Vita Vea would be an absolute game record to have at that D tackle spot. Maybe we try to avoid trading a first and we do a second instead. I don't know how much the Bucks would be interested in that. They aren't. Let's try the first round pick again. This is a gamble, but I'm willing to take it, and they are actually not going to accept that right away. But if I do my round 3 as well, would they do that too? Okay, we're getting closer to making this happen, but we're definitely being very aggressive here in our pursuit of Vita Vea, but I really want to make the playoffs with this team this year. I think we deserve so. We're so close to making this happen. But Vita Vea would be obviously an absolute game record. 4-5, 1, 3, 4, and 5. So close. Let's throw a couple of 7s in there, and this will probably be a done deal. A bunch of picks, which actually at this point I might be trading way too much. Let's get to someone else. Let's see if we can get someone else maybe fairly cheaper. Chris Jones is probably a little too old. Derek Harmon, DeForest Buckner. Yeah, only 1 year left in his deal. Jonathan Allen, 2 years left in his deal. Would probably take a second for Jonathan Allen. So I actually don't mind that reuniting him with Montez Sweat. So let's see if we get Jonathan Allen. And let's say we just do a second instead of maybe a first. And no, a first would have to be in this trade. So, okay. Alfred Collins, Jordan Davis, Walter Nolan, who I could have drafted earlier, but I didn't. Dexter Lawrence is obviously going to be very hard to pull off. Mason Graham, who hasn't... he's an 87 overall. Never mind. Quinnen Williams. He's 28 years old, so I'd feel a little bit better about trading for Quinnen Williams at this point. So I am going to try for Quinnen Williams with my first round pick. Vita Vea was just a little bit older. Okay, so first and let's say our third next year for Quinnen Williams at the trade deadline. Okay, this is quite a lot to give up, but like I said, I do think this would be a massive, massive need at our defense right now. So trading quite a bit to make it happen, but Quinnen Williams is going to be an addition at the trade deadline, and I'm very happy to have done that. So they want us to cut our second round pick or our third round pick, which is pretty brutal. I really sold on that draft pick, but we make up for it by getting Quinnen Williams on this team. So feeling good about that. 3-3 on the dot right now. So we really need to continue to try to get better here. But Quinnen Williams is going to be an absolute stud to add to this defense. And I'm hoping he changes everything about this team. So let's sum up the rest of the season and let's see if the Quinnen Williams addition was necessary or what. We'll see what happens. So at the end of the season, we finished up at 10-7, but I think we missed out on the playoffs. Wow, we did. The Packers tied with the Lions, which is something I've never really seen. But we missed out on the postseason, man. That's brutal. Washington missed out too. Man, this NFC was stacked. Obviously, the Bucks won their division every time. There's a division winner guaranteed to make the playoffs. Damn. So Washington and Chicago missing out on the playoffs at 10 wins is... that's, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of how it was in real life too, if I'm not mistaken. I think 11 wins got teams in this year. So offensively, we're 19 NFL, so not much we can really do about that. I mean, 10-7 is what you'd want in a season, but missing the playoffs is brutal. 34-13 Caleb Williams, 19 touchdowns from DeAndre Swift, so really good season from him. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, and Zachariah Branch, all really solid. Branch maybe could have been a little bit better, but still great. TJ Edwards, you had 9 sacks from Quinnen Williams, 6.5 from Jamar Stewart. 4 reception TJ Edwards, 3 from Jalen Johnson, and 3 from JC Horn. I mean, this team to me is already kind of built to win. It's just a matter of we just got to keep this all together. So unfortunately, missed out on the playoffs at 10-7. I think next year will be our year. That's my game plan. We won't even worry about the draft because we obviously kind of mortgaged our future quite a bit with going for Quinn Williams and JC Horn. But this is what we're building to. We're trying to take advantage of Caleb Williams' rookie contract. $63 million in cap space. Eagles and Chiefs were in the Super Bowl again for like the 3rd time in the last, 5-10 years. So let's get to re-signing stage and let's just keep everybody around. So Caleb Williams, obviously 5th-year option accept. Same thing with the Dunze. Hopefully there's no other like important free agents to worry about. The Jervin Dexter, Swift, Tremaine Edmonds, Tyreek Stevenson, Davenport. Okay, so it's actually not too bad. There definitely is some guys that might leave us, but I do think obviously Jervin Dexter has interest in coming back, so I think we'll win him over. Keep him next to Quinn Williams. Yes, Jervin Dexter stays. I want to keep Tremaine Edmonds as well. I want to keep Swift too, but we do have another running back if he does leave us. So Swift has no interest right now in coming back. Tyreek Stevenson is our 3rd corner. Still think that's decent enough that I can rock with that. So he'll stick around, so that's good. And then Davenport we could probably let go. Scott will probably let go. I mean, Davenport wants to stay, so... But I'm going to see what Swift, how much Swift is first. Whoops. I want to see how much Swift will cost because Swift was really good last year. He's going to cost quite a bit. If I just offer him a neutral contract, he will not stay. Let's see. He's going to test free agency. Franchise tagging our running back would cost us $15 million. We're not doing that. So I'm going to let these guys walk, and we're going to have $27 million in cap space at our disposal. So we can maybe sign one more impactful player in free agency if we truly want to. Because we could just let Henderson be the starter, which I think that's fine if that's what it needs to be. Let's take a look at the lineup just in case. So Henderson's up to an 81 overall. Yeah, and then Woody Marks is backing him up, which is fine. Branch is superstar X Factor. We did lose our starting center. Oh, Ryan Kelly retired on us. But we do have York who could maybe step up there. So yeah, we don't even need to worry about offensive line still. We'll move him to center in just a second. But yeah, we'll rock with that. We'll see what's in free agency. So mainly, to me, if we were going to go after something, I think it would be a free safety or a running back. That's the position I would splurge on, but we'll see what's in free agency. So like if Kirby Joseph is here or Brian Branch or something like that's here, that's who I'd want to go after. We'll see if we can. So Tyreek Hill's here, which we don't need wide receiver at this point. Jair Alexander's here. Damn, that's pretty wild. Okay, so Fred Warner, you know, would be the kind of guy I'd like to go after. But yeah, after that, it's not much. Yeah, there's nobody like too crazy. So as far as impactful player is concerned, the one would be like Ron Stanley's interest. Tyreek Hill's interest coming here too, but again, we don't really have the money for that. I will make an offer for Fred Warner, even though we don't need it, but you know, it's Fred freaking Warner. So let's see if we can get him on the team and we'll worry about the rest later. So let's see. We're not going to get him. The Rams will be all in on him, so we probably won't be getting him. There's Matthew. Yeah, so safety is probably going to stay the same, which is totally fine. Do I want to go after anybody else, or do we want to see if we can gamble in this and maybe Fred Warner takes us? Let's see. Tyreek Hill, I'm not going after. Jair would be pretty wild too, but you know, stealing him from the Packers would be great. I'm going to give up on Fred Warner, and we're going to go after Jair Alexander and see if we... Oh, we don't have enough. Never mind. So never mind. Can't do that. Jenkins, Swift. We could just worry about resigning Swift, but let me try to go after Fred Warner again, and we're going to, you know, be a second offer, so who knows? Maybe he signs with us. We'll see. If he doesn't, no big deal, or at least we tried, right? So see if that... Nope, that's not going to work either. What about now? No. Wow, okay. What about now? No. All right. Then I don't have enough salary cap for this. Let's see. Finally got an offer on the table. Where's third offer? I don't think he takes us, and he doesn't. So Jair, wow, they got... Oh, no, Chargers get Fred Warner. So Tyreek Hill goes to the Panthers, and then we're just going to resign DeAndre Swift and call it good. So DeAndre Swift will be our addition, and that's probably going to be it. So we're not going to do anything crazy in free agency as long as Swift comes back, which he doesn't. Wow, so we miss out on Swift. All right, well, I mean, I guess in theory we could, you know, we're going to sign probably Zach Charbonnet to be our backup, but Henderson will be the starter. So yeah, we'll rock with that. Charbonnet will back up Henderson. That's fine. So now my question is, do I trade for a free safety and just continue to say F them picks? Maybe, because that's the one position where I'm truly looking at. I'm like, okay, we're weak there. This will be the season to go all in. Maybe go trade for a free safety. That would be pretty nice. We're actually not going to be trading for a free safety. Didn't really see anything that I liked out there. I didn't want to trade too many picks, so I'm just going to go with Anthony Orchard here to be our new free safety. Number 14 true value, drafted at 49, so not too shabby there. So welcome him to Chicago. And I'll see you guys at the end of year 3, where I'm obviously fully expecting to be a playoff team this time. 10-7 last year, so hopefully the next step is fully being in the postseason like we deserved last year. So at the end of the season, we finished up at 11-6 and make the playoffs, but we did not win the division. As you can tell, we're headed on the road. The Green Bay Packers went 14-3, but making the playoffs this time. Washington made it at 10-7 this time around, as they had the same record as last year. Detroit missed out. Here were your player stats. So we had offensively 3rd in the NFL, so no complaints from there. That's exactly what we want to see under Ben Johnson. Defensively 23rd in the NFL. So 44-4 from Caleb Williams. You had 897 yards and 9 touchdowns from Travion Henderson. Charbonnet also had 15 touchdowns. Adunze, DJ Moore. I've definitely noticed that Zachariah Branch has not been good at the wide receiver 2 spot, but that's fine. I mean, he's still a really good player no matter what. Stacks-wise, 13 from Quentin Williams, 8 from Montez Sweat, 6 from TJ Edwards, and 3.5 from Shamar Stewart. 3 interceptions from Jalen Johnson, 2 from Tremaine Edmonds, 2 from Brisker, 1, 1, and 1 from the rest of these guys. So, playing the Bucs in round 1. Obviously, we're looking to go to the Super Bowl because we've built the team up to be that good. We'll see if Caleb Williams can lead us there. Let's see if we can beat the Bucs in round 1 to start things off. First time Caleb Williams has made it into the playoffs, so let's see how he does in the postseason on the road and in Tampa. We start off with the football here, and we go down. Oh, I thought I was about to score, but they got an interception and score off the turnover. So it's now going to be 14-0, just like that. We need to get back in the game. Good field position recovered by our defense with a fumble, and now it's going to be 7-21. Got to score quickly and get the ball back, 14-21, and we do get the ball back. 21-14, all we need to do now is drive downfield and take the lead. And obviously, you guys know when I jump in, going for 2 is always on the table, depending on how quickly we score, though. So I'm going to hit our running back underneath, and he's going to break a tackle and scramble up for a first down. We'll take that, keep this ball in bounds. Caleb Williams threw a brutal pick at the start of the game, and that probably really hurt us to start things off. So I switched this to the Packers playbook because I was really worried about Detroit's playbook going forward, to be honest with you. We have a nice open field to scramble, so we're going to just slide it down so we don't risk a fumble. So let's just continue to do what we're doing. This is working very well right now. Moving the ball at will. They bring some pressure. Going to hit Mr. DJ Moore in the middle. Could have had him for some yak, but we'll still take the completion. We do have 2 timeouts at our disposal, so we are not limited by timeouts at all, but I am going to take a brutal sack here. Going to call our first timeout, 2nd and 19. Yeah, that was not a good sack to take, but it is what it is. Move on to the next play. DJ Moore, Rome Odunze. Tampa, as we all know, is an aggressive defense. Todd Bowles brings pressure quite a bit, so we got to make sure we're ready for it. I'm going to hit the underneath and get out of bounds. We're going to get out of bounds, 3rd and 11. I mean, this is 4-down territory, so we have 2 snaps to, pick up 11 yards, which I think we'll be able to do. So, dagger, 3rd and 11. If they bring pressure, DJ Moore should be open. Nope, he will not be. I'm going to have to... Ooh, I take a brutal sack. Okay, I'm going to go no huddle here and see if we can't catch them slipping. And we're going to try to get them off guard. They're going to bring some pressure. Going to have to try to get it up to DJ Moore. DJ Moore. Oh, my goodness. Wow, we got absolutely bailed. DJ Moore, wow. I did not expect that to go that way. I was running for my life. Just threw it up. And DJ Moore came down with it. What a freaking play. And you guys know what's next. We're going for 2, man. We have to. So let's make sure we actually do this correctly. Play full game. And all right, so let's go for 2. And let's try to win the game in walk-off fashion. I do think Cole Kmet is going to be open based off the way they're stacked up on the left. So Cole Kmet is open, but he did not. Okay, he stopped short of the sticks, or short of the goal line, which was a little scary. But now we just need to... obviously just get 1 stop on defense, and we're moving on. That was pretty scary. DJ Moore with a massive play, but let's just not let them get in field goal range. This is going to take a lot of clock off, and oh my goodness, that's all the clock gone. Just like that, we're moving on divisional round. But damn, man, DJ Moore, what a freaking play. And now for an interesting divisional round matchup, the number 1 and number 2 overall pick in the same draft class are going at it in the playoffs. Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams, Commanders, Bears. You guys know I'm a Commanders fan, so usually I'd be rooting for the Commanders in this scenario, but we are rebuilding the Bears today, so we got to go, bear down, I guess. 6-0 and missed the extra point. Can we go up 13-0? We go up 9-0, but the Commanders will score. It's 7-9 now. 16-7, and now it's 14-16. It's a close game, but we do get a stop. Fumble recovery when they were in the red zone, it looks like. But the Commanders will take the lead 21-16. So we need to go take the lead back here. We don't even have to go for 2. We just simply need to go score a touchdown and hope our defense can hold up. So we're just going to be looking wherever we can get, not even be worrying about the time. We're just going to go score as soon as possible. So we're going to hit Henderson, and he's going to have a nice gain here, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning more than likely. So 21-16 ball game right now. We don't get the snap off for the 2-minute warning. So again, I don't really care about how much time is left. I'm just going to go score and hope our defense can get us a stop. Some more might be in press coverage, but that safety might go over and help, and he does. So let's just hit the underneath and continue to churn yards. So 2nd and 2, a minute 54 left on the clock. We could do a screenplay right now, but let's not. Let's go cheat flood and see if we can get Henderson on the Texas route again, because that gained a lot of yards earlier. So Cole Kmet. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm going to have to throw this away. I don't see anything. I was kind of staring at the Texas route, not going to lie, and it was not open. So we need a first down, though. Obviously, it's 4-down territory, so not really worried about picking up the first down, but definitely need to make sure we get it regardless. So, okay, this is not good, and I threw it at the feet. That was, honestly, I'm actually happy that was a bad throw, because if it wasn't, that could have been picked off, but not a good throw for sure. I'm going to throw DJ Moore on an out route to see if they just give him the free first down. But we will have a first down with a Dunze. So we'll take that, and we'll go no huddle again. So now we move the chains, which is definitely needed. And let's go verticals this time. Let's see if we can't maybe get a touchdown here. Maybe just take... Oh, wait a minute. We got some running room right here. We're going to slide down here, though. We're not going to gamble and take a hit and fumble there. So, all right. Now there's not time for the Commanders to respond more than likely. So we're in great position. We'll call our timeout on this next play. Although, oh, wait a minute. We're just going to score here. So just like that, we'll take the lead. Now, we do have to go for 2, it looks like. I'm assuming let's actually do that. Let's go for 2. That way we, maybe make this a field goal game at the very least. Commanders will have time to potentially respond, but we'll see if we can't get the 2-point conversion here. So we do have Zachariah Branch for the 2-point, and we'll go up 21-24. All right. Let's play all defense, and let's just get a stop. So they can obviously kick the field goal to get in position to tie the game, but obviously we hope that we don't allow them to do that. So Tremaine Edmonds going to start by using him. Let's see what Washington wants to do. We're in the middle, and that's going to be a great start to the drive, and we're going to get them out of, or they'd call a timeout. They didn't get, okay. So that's already getting them closer to field goal range. Now, they do have Cade York as their kicker, so that definitely gives me a lot of, confidence that maybe this... Oh, wait a minute. I didn't switch on the right guy. We got to get a sack. Almost did. And that's all they got. They got to kick a field goal from here. I don't know how long this field goal is, but they only have 1 play left. So let's see. Do they kick the field goal? They don't. They don't think they have enough. So we actually are going to play prevent. So zone coverage, deep zone. Where's prevent? Man zone. There it is. Okay. Let's play prevent defense, because they're going to, they need a touchdown in this scenario since they're not going to kick the field goal. All right, 4 seconds left. This should be the last play unless they do something like extremely quick. But no, we're going Hail Mary. Okay. Jaden Daniels is not doing this to us again, right? No, he didn't. I'm about to say, honestly, would be kind of hilarious if that happened again like it did in real life. But we're moving on to the NFC Championship, a 21-24 victory for the Bears. This video almost feels scripted simply because the matchups we're getting. Obviously, play the Bucks. That didn't really mean anything, but the Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams thing was a lot of fun in the playoffs. But now we get, obviously one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL, in my opinion, the Bears and the Packers. Kind of up there with the Steelers and the Ravens in a way. This is going to be a fun NFC Championship. So we get to play our most hated team, or divisional foe, the Green Bay Packers, at Lambeau Field in the NFC Championship. So we will go up 7-0, and we get an interception from Jalen Johnson going up 14-0 very quickly. Good start to this game. Just got to keep our foot on the pedal. The Packers, though, can get back in the game just like that. And just like that, we allow them back in the game. We have not scored since the first 2 touchdowns. We finally do. The Packers will, tie it up. So do we jump in again? No, I'm going to allow, and we will, for some reason, not win in overtime. It looked like we had field goal range in front of us. Maybe I should have jumped in there. I don't know what happened. But it's fine. We just got to score a touchdown and we can win the game. That's all that matters. But our defense is going to have to get a stop too. So we're going to start with some play action. See if we can't confuse. You know what? I'm just going to take the running yards because I didn't want to throw that to DJ Moore. There was 2 defenders there. And if that was a bad throw in any way, that could have been picked off. So don't want to take that gamble right now. All right. Another play action. Only gained 2 yards in the last one because we had to scramble with Caleb Williams. Let's just take... Ooh, okay. We actually gained some yards at least, but definitely another risky throw. Let's get out of play action now. We don't need to do that anymore, but these are all play action, obviously, because I'm going no huddle like an idiot. Play action boot slide, I guess. Let's see if we can't get a Doomsday for a first down. We will have a Doomsday for first down, and we do. Okay, now we can get out of this play action stuff. So, 1st and 10. Been a good game for Caleb Williams, just unfortunately couldn't put the game away in regulation. So it is kind of funny that we're using the Packers playbook against them right now, but you know what? I don't care. That is not who I meant to throw to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I clicked the wrong freaking button, bro. No freaking way that I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the wrong button, dude. Wow. I feel so stupid right now. I did not mean to click that button at all. I fat fingered it, bro. I clicked B on accident, not who I was intending to throw to there. And we got to stop the Packers from, moving the chains now. All right, well, we'll see if we can make it happen, but not feeling good about that interception we just threw because we had a drive brewing. I knew this was play action. They're going to go underneath, and we are going to have a 3rd and 1 scenario. I'm going to bring pressure and hope we can stop them. Don't know if they play action or something, we might be in trouble, but let's see if we can't stop. Oh, wow. Sack. We'll take it. 4th and 8. We needed that, and play action actually did not work out for them. Okay. Well, no harm, no foul. We get the punt, and all we need to do now, I believe, is just kick a field goal and we win, if I'm not mistaken, because both teams have possessed the ball. All right, let's just go kick the field goal now, as long as we, don't make another stupid decision. I probably should have just fair caught that, but... All right, well, let's just make a couple plays here, and let's shake off the interception. We fat-fingered it. That's not who we were trying to throw to. Let's just see if we can win this game. So that is what the game plan will be. I got literally just sandwiched in the pocket. Did not have time to allow anything to develop downfield. So not a good start to the drive, but it's all good. To me, I'm in 4-down territory because I'm not trying to give the ball back to Green Bay again. So let's just take the first down yardage here. And that's, oh my goodness, I honestly for a second thought we were going to split that gap and go. But we're getting closer and closer to field goal range. Play action cross to see if Zachariah Branch, maybe even DJ Moore gets open in the end zone here. But Branch is going to be there. Oh my goodness, I'm so freaking lucky. I threw that with anticipation and Branch didn't come out of his break as quick as I thought he would. Wow, I'm so lucky that wasn't picked again. Man, that was very lucky, honestly. Wow, we have B wide open, dude. We had B just butt naked open. I saw it very late, and dude, if I could have gotten that off, that's a touchdown. They did not guard him at all. That's very interesting. But Komet is open, thankfully, and that might be a walk-off touchdown. It is. Yep, that's going to be game. So we threw an interception, almost threw another one, but at the end of the day, we still won. We've jumped into every single game to save the day. Let's see if we can't get a easy, no sweat win in the Super Bowl. That would be ideal. And now for Patrick Mahomes versus Caleb Williams in the Super Bowl. We've gotten this far. Hopefully we can end it off with the Super Bowl. I really don't want to have to jump in again, but we're down 6-0 to start things off already. And did we get this far just to lose? Please tell me we didn't. We'll score a touchdown. Just need to stop on defense, and defense is not getting any stops right now. Offense is scoring, and defense, like I said, I'll repeat myself again, no stops on defense so far. Okay, 21-20, one stop. Okay, that was the time to get the stop, and we just didn't get it. So 21-35, we are down bad right now, and we got this far potentially just to lose in the Super Bowl. I mean, I've had to jump in and play hero ball, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But we may try to do it again here. So, wow, the fact that I got that off somehow is actually mind-blowing. I got hit as I threw that. I mean, Caleb Williams, you know, being a superstar X Factor probably helps with that, but damn, bro. I'm trying to score quickly and obviously maybe hope my defense can get us a stop. Usually I blow out the not the Packers. Wow. Nice. Oh, I thought he was going to break the tackle. So usually I blow out the Chiefs Super Bowl, it feels like, but not this time. They're blowing us out, at least kind of. But let's see. Can I get the snap off before they're ready? I'm going to go Cole Kmet here, and he doesn't come down with it. But he had nice inside position. Trying to score quickly, and just unfortunately, we need to get the ball back from the Chiefs here, and that's what we're going to try to do in a little bit. But let's see if we can get something open here. So I'm going to go RB, and he is open in the corner, and that's going to be a touchdown. So now we just need our defense to get us a stop. We'll jump in on defense and try to stop the Chiefs from moving the ball. But I am acknowledging that... oh, wow, we onside kicked it. That's pretty bold. Don't know if I like that idea because they're already in field goal range. Oh, okay. But I do understand in a way. 2nd and 8. But they might be able to just kick a walk-off field goal. We may not win this Super Bowl here. But obviously, we're trying to stop them as much as possible. If they gain any yards, we could be in trouble, though. Oh, that's going to be a first down. Oh, no, we got... honestly, if that was Gibbs or something and he got the edge, that could have been very troublesome. But thankfully, we don't have to worry about that because it's Pacheco. All right, I'm going to bring Brisker up in the box. And they're probably going to run it again if I had to guess. They are. Just, yep. Okay, open field tackle. Don't know if they're in field goal range, though. They're actually going to punt. So we actually have a chance here. Now, we need to jump in. And obviously, well, I guess I think that'll change in just a second. But we're playing all defense right now, so we need to change it to all offense. All right, just get... that's going to be hopefully not on the 1. If that's on the 1, we're in trouble. It's touchback. Okay, 20-yard line. Let's jump in, and let's play the full game. And let's see if we can't have another miraculous comeback here. We need to be playing perfect football here. We cannot throw an interception or anything like that. But we might have Branch for a nice gain. And damn, that was beautiful. And now we're going to go spike this ball. And man, what a nice starter to this drive. 28 to 35 right now. All right. Well, you guys kind of already know that if we're in the position to win the game and go for 2, we might have to do that. So just can't... oh, they're bringing pressure. I'm going to go DJ Moore. This is going to be... oh, my goodness. Honestly, I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw it up. They're bringing pressure. I saw it coming, and unfortunately, doesn't go anywhere there. But all right. We're going verticals. I'm kind of hoping to see Kmet open in the corner. That'd be the most ideal thing. I got to get rid of this. I fumbled the ball. Our luck's going to run out, guys. I held onto the ball way too long. Our luck runs out, and we're going to lose in the Super Bowl. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. It was a fun one. Chiefs win themselves another ring. Thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I think we just got a flag for hitting the kicker, I guess. But I'm saying peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.